before we make the turn. Stone drain was busted. I did that a week just before Santa Barbara. We gotta get that done. That was an emergency business.
Thanks, Ben.
In fact, we working on the floor to accept Russ Jacoby was bid for $10,900.
I'll make the motion to accept Ross's bid for $10,900.
I'll second it.
You second?
I did.
Anything, anybody for the public? If not, we roll call vote.
Maggie Loney,
Four.
Michael Gasper, Ed Carpet, Joe Bellato,
Four.
Randy Sandarelli,
Four.
Lorraine Stevens, Jim Bernozzi.
Four.
All in favor.
Okay, tonight is, you have before you the final land development plan submitted by Eric and Christina Spat, the former Scranton Cooperage property. This matter has been reviewed by the Planning Commission at several meetings, actually. I was not at their last meeting, but I understand that approval was, for recommendation for approval was given by the Planning Commission with various conditions. The conditions are that storage of containers shall be no more than 16 feet high, that fencing must remain enclosing the property at all times. Appropriate screening by means of existing vegetation must be maintained and kept in place around the perimeter of the property at all times. Maintain all minimum setbacks as mandated by the zoning ordinance. Notify the borough if ever requests new or reissued sewage treatment permit, because the current one has been canceled due to the fact they've changed their operation. All recommendations or requirements of the Jessup Fire Chief per his letter of December 15, 2014, and per the Lackawanna County Regional Planning Commission comments of January 8, 2015 are also incorporated into the approval and must be complied with. And that letter is actually attached. And then, of course, all further state, federal, local regulations must be adhered to. So it would be appropriate. I've reviewed it. I'm okay with it from a legal end. Tony's reviewed it. So it would be appropriate for you to approve the land development plan. Is Attorney Evers is here. Attorney Evers, is there anything you want to add to that, or you?
No, I think
Attorney Evers represents the applicant.
your comments are correct. The plan was submitted to the county. There were a couple of requests for minor changes. We took care of them. We also met with the Planning Commission. There were additional comments made, and or with their solicitor, I'm sorry, and we addressed those. We then had a full hearing with the Planning Commission, and there was not a single comment from the public, and not a single negative comment. There were several positive. And subsequently, the Planning Commission voted to approve recommend the approval by council. So we're here tonight to ask for final approval of council so that we can undertake the construction of the building, and it's a much smaller building than was there originally.
Just one thing that council has received, Rick, okay, about this project, to make sure, okay, the containers are no more than 16 feet, and then other words, on the other side of the fence.
We have agreed to that, stipulated to that. That will not be a problem. There was no prior restriction, but we have agreed to that, and because of the changed operation, there's going to be no more than 1/3 of the containers on site.
Good.
So the whole process of his business has changed as well.
The whole thing, yes. There's no more cleaning. We're not involved with the discharge into the sewer. We're basically just operating for one customer there and using it as a staging area for the drums that come in for his present employer down in New Jersey. And we've agreed that those drums are going to be there for no more than 30 days, and on the average, they're there for a week. So we ask for your approval, and if you have any other questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
And the conditions are right now.
Yes.
The formal document.
Yeah. Yeah, your approval tonight will incorporate what I just read, And that's part of the approval,
That business cannot revert back to what it was.
not without coming back for all the approvals.
Thanks, Mr. Harris.
Thank you very much.
Lots of luck.
Thanks, Steve.
Go, Mr.
Thank you.
Stapleton.
And Santo Valdo won again this year. I saw him twice.
Your motion on the floor to accept,
I'll make the motion that we accept.
second,
Second.
With conditions.
is there a second?
Second.
Anything, any comment from the public, on the project, Bank Cooperage? If not, roll call.
Maggie Loney,
4.
Michael Gasper,
4.
Pat Carpus, Joe Malato,
4.
Randy Sandarelli,
4.
Lorraine Stevens,
4.
Jim Bernozzi,
Four.
all in favor.
Okay. Trucks, thank you, Christine, I'm sorry.
You're still up.
Yes. We have Ms. Christine Troxel is here tonight on behalf of Beacon Power. Beacon Power's land development plan is now ripe for council's approval. It was already approved, recommended for approval by the Lackawanna County Planning Commission and Jessup Planning Commission. That was done several months ago. Was that February? It was February. Yeah, I think it was February, and there was some
Planning Commission.
permitting things you were waiting on, that's why you waited to come.
That is correct. The planning commission, it was suggested to us by your engineer that we obtain all of our outside agency approvals before we come before Borough Council to request a final plan approval. Since that time, we have obtained a highway occupancy permit for access onto Valley View Drive down here. I understand you've been given a background of the project before. I can certainly
Yeah.
run through it again if
Yeah,
there are any
they
questions.
came to
Can
council
you give a
several
short,
months.
yeah,
Sure.
summary, if you don't mind?
Beacon Power has plans to acquire a lot roughly a little larger than 10 acres from Slipco. On this lot, they will develop in 2 phases a flywheel energy storage facility. Basically, what the flywheels will absorb energy off the grid, store it in the flywheel, and disperse it back onto the power grid in order to regulate the power grid in times of peak demand. The site
How
will.
many acres?
10 acres, it's a little bit over 10 acres, yes. The site will, there will be no permanent employees on site. It will basically operate similar to a substation. It will not generate any new power. Again, it will just take the power off the grid and store it in the flywheels. Beacon has a similar project in Hazel Township, just outside of Hazelton. We also did the design work on that. The site will be accessed via the Tower Line Road, and again, the county issued the HOP, the highway occupancy permit for the driveway. The other outstanding permit that we received was the NPDES permit for construction activities. The site will clear approximately 7 of the 10 acres will be cleared. It will look like basically a gravel pad. There will be stormwater features added with the site. There'll be a detention basin to maintain the existing runoff rate, and there will also be a rain garden to infiltrate the additional volume of stormwater generated with the project.
That road has to be maintained by Beacon?
Yes, Beacon, although PPL has a right of way through there, Beacon will maintain it, and one of the, Slipco has asked Beacon to improve that road, so the surface of the road will be improved. And along with the vertical grade to make it easier for a truck, delivery truck to get in there.
Okay, that was one of the questions I had.
Yes.
The retention ponds on site will drain to where? I guess I'm looking for the exact location. Will this drainage?
There's an existing drainage swell that was conducted as part of the overall development of the park. The stormwater from the site will drain down into that, and I can show you a plan with contours. As part of your engineer's review, he also, he was concerned about where the stormwater would drain, and he asked us to submit our plans and our drainage study to PennDOT.
Who asked
PennDOT,
you?
Tony Brizanti asked us to submit. The PennDOT geotechnical engineer reviewed our plan and concurred, and I did bring copies of these correspondence basically, I don't know if you're familiar with reading contours. So the detention basin out within the channel that potentially follows the large stone line channel that comes down over the water will run out and it'll follow the path where it does today.
That's the grassy island.
No, it doesn't, I don't believe it goes to the culvert that crosses the six and then discharges into the Lackawanna River.
When we get to the lot one. Grassy island.
Grass Valley.
It is going to go
Do
into
you
grass.
know?
Yeah.
Grassy island or?
I don't know.
I don't believe it is because my understanding is that this drains differently than the rest of the park. And when we met with the conservation district. Correct.
Right.
This one goes into grass.
I know it's different than the rest of the park because we were able to obtain a general NPDS, whereas the rest of the park required an individual.
This one go into grass yard.
Yes,
Yeah, well, to get to the river, you gotta go through one. My problem is. That's not always true. Grassy island creek, that's not always true.
I know.
I like to make sure of that. Okay. Thank you.
Through the culvert. And grass island.
I apologize that I don't really mind when you look at the.
No, that's okay.
They're all unnamed tributaries, so I
That's
don't know.
okay,
I
you're
apologize.
very welcome, we just have some questions.
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah, we
I
have-
can pull out a larger map and show you.
Raised some concerns about that, and Tony's not here.
When he reviewed, I mean, he indicated he had no concerns, he was all right with it. In fact, he had PennDOT review the
Well,
hydrology
it's-
report.
Yeah, and it may be okay, all right, but again, it's on that side of the town,
Yeah,
We
I'm
can't have
reservations about that.
Are you looking for approval tonight? On the land?
We were hoping, but I mean, if the council has a concern, I mean, we can certainly come back.
I was off.
Yeah, I'm,
We
not
can,
ready
we
to
can,
vote on
we
this.
can do whatever.
I was off today, but I understand that. Jane, did you have a discussion with, anyone regarding Tony Krzant or anybody regarding Beacon coming back to something about coming back to the planning commission? Was there?
We asked if they come back to the planning commission because we weren't informed as to, A, the location of the hydrant, which was most important. It was over 1,000 feet east of the entrance, and that's
That's okay, that's okay.
more than 250 feet that was required by the code. And that and a few other minor things. But I presume that's been rectified.
What, I'm sorry, I was kind
the
of.
hydrant,
Okay.
the hydrant.
Oh, the hydrant was an
Replacement of the
issue.
hydrant.
And Gene, this was before the planning commission, right?
Yes.
And do you know which side of the town this drains into? Sterry Creek or Grassy Island Creek?
What's the creek that runs down the back there? Sterry Creek.
Sterry.
Sterry Creek, yeah.
Why don't you just talk to Tony? Why don't you have Tony report?
We table this, please.
Yeah.
We have a lot of questions, a lot of people who have a lot of problems with watering near Sterry Creek. Can't take that chance.
PennDOT is completing stuff that was done by the end of June. And I'm not saying that we want to, but we have some major issues down there. We made a decision to approve anything on that side of the town. Definitely.
Might I give you copies of PennDOT's response on the hydrology?
Certainly, the information you give us is.
Okay, I mean, Tony was copied with all of that, and I apologize, I would have brought, I do have a couple with me. And then the
Yeah.
conservation district reviewed it. The stormwater basin on that side is basically gonna hold back the water, there's only a 3-inch orifice hole that is gonna allow water off that site. Everything drains to the basin. everything that runs off will, be mitigated.
I understand, but the problem that they're, even, and sure, I apologize, I keep pointing to you, but they have so many problems down there that I don't wanna see a quarter of an inch more water go down that way. Not a quarter of an inch. So we're just gonna hold on to that, okay? Thank you very much for your presentation. It's a concern.
And I understand that the study may be okay because it's draining into, very push drains into the river, but in times of heavy rain and storms,
We can't have a go to
there. So
Cherry Creek.
before we clear any land, we better talk. Thank you.
So, Mr. Barzali, are you asking for them to come back to your next meeting?
Yes, if it's gonna be.
What's the date, Gene?
June 17th, I believe, third Wednesday of the month.
Are you able
Okay, so
to?
we're back to
Would
planning.
you be able to go, just, apparently they have some, they just want I think they want an update report.
June 17th is planning, right?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Huh?
Come back to our.
We can
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, apparently they have some, they want some updates.
What I'll do is I'm scheduled to meet with Tony on Wednesday to look at a site in town, and I'll talk to him about this. And I'll report back to you unless everybody wants to meet with Tony. If anybody else wants to call, feel free to do that, but Mike, you'll be with me Wednesday.
Absolutely, I'm gonna come too, I'm up
Okay.
at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Motion to accept this report,
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
new business. Randy,
New business, Randy.
I just have one quick thing, if I could go first.
Go
Randy, I just
Go
have
ahead.
one.
Okay, Pat.
Okay, I have something too.
Okay, let,
Mike's
Go ahead. Wait.
no, let Pat go.
Go ahead, Pat, go.
It's quick. The Colessor property, did you hear anything back from the mortgage company?
No,
The grass was high, somebody did come and cut it on Sunday, but
I got the certified return
did they
receipt
receive?
card that they received it, yeah.
Pat, do you know who's cutting your grass?
I don't know.
It's I think it's a property maintenance company
Oh.
that they've hired.
So the mortgage company's hired somebody.
But Bobby Grunza has, at my request, had gone and actually, I think filed a citation that's pending before magistrate Turtle.
Okay.
So that should be in process. I didn't hear about the notice of a hearing yet, but they would have sent it out to get service on it, et cetera, and then see what their position was. So there's some time that has to go by before, for that. That was only a month ago.
But as of Thursday night, the grass was pretty high, Sunday it was cut.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Rick, also with that, well, Pat's on that, we discussed Thursday night. Also, one word.
Oh, about the Constitution, with the roof falling in on the porch.
Bobby Brooklyn knows about that house.
I asked Tony Grisanti to go and check that out, because under your current ordinance, you need the engineer certification that's, I think it's, that it's beyond, 75% or more is beyond repair, or something like that.
Okay,
And
you did that already?
Tony was to go and inspect it.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Randy, we'll check with them on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Can you check with Tony
going
forward?
forward.
Every time I go by
I
it.
know when somebody applies for a permit, you know, an expiration date on a permit.
We discussed
I mean,
it.
going forward.
under,
Can't do it.
yeah,
Yeah, we have to change that.
yes.
We'll do that with, we'll write an ordinance, rewrite the ordinance.
Well, you've been discussing for a while now, and I think you have Dr. Broder on board and poised to do so, but, you know, the entire zoning ordinance needs to be revamped and looked at and studied and, you know, updated, et cetera, so.
Regarding the,
The whole thing, you need a comprehensive, your comprehensive plan itself needs to be redone.
Yeah, we can
Number
talk
one,
about
number
that all.
two, your zoning ordinance needs to be updated. We've been talking about that for well over a year. And, you know, it's an involved process, but Dr. Broderick's on board, so